There is a dark secret that lingers in the lives of those set apart. A secret no one dares to speak out loud. Why is it that those who are destined for greatness, those called to a higher divine purpose, often find themselves battling the most shameful, the most hidden, the most devastating temptation of all, lust? Is it coincidence, or is it part of a darker design? In ancient texts, whispers of forbidden battles surface again and again. Chosen ones, kings, prophets, judges, all fell prey to it. Why? Why would those selected by the divine be so vulnerable to something so earthly? Tonight, we peel back the veil. What you are about to hear will change the way you see spiritual warfare forever. And it will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about purity, destiny, and your own hidden struggles. The moment a soul is chosen, they are marked, not just by light, but by darkness. Spiritual sensitivity isn't just the ability to perceive divine truths, it's a terrifying attunement to all things unseen, good and evil. The more open one becomes to the voice of the divine, the more vulnerable they are to the whispers of corruption. It is said in forbidden scrolls, hidden from the public, that the higher your frequency, the more tempting the bait. Lust, therefore, becomes a spiritual assassination weapon, custom forged for the elect. Ancient mystics warned those who touch heaven must wrestle with hell. It is not random. It is a coordinated assault, an ancient strategy to dismantle spiritual warriors before they fulfill their destiny. The chosen ones walk through life with open hearts, but the same openness that allows them to hear God makes them susceptible to hearing the seduction of the abyss. The path of the chosen is one of isolation, long stretches of loneliness, abandonment, and exile. We glorify the stories of prophet in the wilderness, but we forget the wilderness is also where demons roam unchecked. Without the constant guard of fellowship, the human mind becomes a playground for unseen forces. In the secret hours of the night, lust creeps in like a serpent, whispering lies that seem like relief, but birth only death. Isolation creates a dangerous illusion. No one will know. No one will care. But every fall chips away at the soul's armor, leaving it exposed to greater and darker forces. Hidden battles become hidden wounds, and hidden wounds become the unseen chains that bind a chosen one's destiny in silence and shame, just as the enemy planned from the beginning. The higher the calling, the larger the target painted upon your soul. It is not a coincidence that King David, anointed to lead nations, fell to lust's snare at the height of his ascent. Those who carry sacred assignments are priority targets in a cosmic war invisible to human eyes. Ancient demonologists described that elite spirits, old and powerful, are dispatched specifically to entangle chosen souls through lust. It is a two-step kill, first to corrupt their personal sanctity, second to discredit their mission publicly. If the heart is contaminated, the voice becomes muted. The divine spark dims. Lust is no simple urge. It is a strategic weapon used against those whose fall would send shockwaves across generations, rewriting destinies and infecting bloodlines. Every scar we carry is a door the enemy longs to open. Rejection, betrayal, abandonment, grief. These are not just traumas, they are spiritual fractures. Chosen ones often bear deep emotional wounds precisely because their potential was seen and attacked from an early age. Childhood abuses, betrayals by trusted mentors, devastating losses all leave openings that spirits of lust exploit mercilessly. Many think lust attacks because of weakness, but the truth is more chilling. Lust often enters as counterfeit comfort. In the moment of pain, lust offers a counterfeit intimacy, a false balm that poisons the soul under the illusion of healing. Without deep, ruthless inner healing, even the most powerful chosen ones remain vulnerable, not from lack of discipline, but because unhealed pain cries out for relief. And the enemy is always listening. The tragedy of the chosen is this. Their spirit soars, but their flesh decays. Even the Apostle Paul cried out, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." This is not poetic language. It is the brutal truth of existence. Chosen ones often carry extraordinary spiritual gifts, visions, dreams, discernment, prophecy. But none are given a body immune to temptation. In fact, the greater the spiritual weight, the heavier the flesh resists. Without constant sharpening, prayer, fasting, brutal honesty before God, the battle is lost before it begins. Chosen ones must live like warriors under siege, or else fall like empires rotting from within. There is no neutral ground. Every thought entertained, every glance unchecked, every secret indulgence is a stepping stone either toward destiny or destruction. Behind every fall from grace, behind every corrupted leader, every shattered calling, lies the same ancient whisper. Just this once, no one will know. But nothing hidden remains hidden forever. In the unseen realm, every silent compromise echoes like a thunderclap. Every hidden indulgence becomes a covenant, binding the soul in invisible chains that tighten with each passing day. The enemy is patient beyond human comprehension. He does not seek to destroy in an instant. No, he weaves slow deaths, wrapping the chosen ones in silken snares of lust, shame, and secrecy, until they no longer recognize the light they once carried. Dreams wither. Callings rot. Destiny is auctioned off piece by piece for fleeting moments of counterfeit pleasure. And the saddest part? Many chosen ones do not even realize when the transaction has been completed. Every time the soul surrenders to lust, a part of the spirit's armor is stripped away. Every act of hidden betrayal against one's own divine mission makes the next fall easier, and the road back harder. And while the chosen one believes they walk unseen, the forces of darkness rejoice. They record every fall, every compromise, storing them as evidence to accuse, to condemn, and eventually to destroy utterly. Understand this. If you are marked, you are hunted. If you are anointed, you are targeted. If you carry light, darkness will never rest until it extinguishes you. This is not a story. This is not a theory. This is reality. And the only way to survive is through ruthless vigilance, through radical purity, through desperate dependence on the only power strong enough to break the ancient chains that seek to devour your soul. You must stay awake. You must stay armed. You must wage war against your own flesh with the ferocity of one who knows that their destiny and the destinies of countless others depend on it. Because if you fall, you will not fall alone. Others will fall with you. Your bloodline, your legacy, your spiritual heirs. Lust is not merely a personal sin. It is a generational curse waiting to be unleashed. The battle is not coming. The battle is now, and those who are not prepared will be consumed. Subscribe to Doom Theory now, because the truth you ignore will be the destruction you cannot escape.